We will now walk through model consumption at H2O for business users, data scientists, and Fusion teams. We're going to start by looking at H2O Wave, an open source library that allows you to use only Python to create full multi-page, multi-user applications and chatbots. We'll then look at how to deploy these apps in the iCloud. Primarily, our data scientists and Fusion teams would be building the apps, and these can be consumed by Fusion teams and business groups as well. We're going to start in GitHub at the open source repo GenAI App Store apps. Here we have over 15 example applications in the GenAI space for chatbots or applications that use LLMs in the background. Now, Wave can also run on top of any model or create any dashboard for you using Python, but we're doing a lot of GenAI right now. All right, one of these apps, System Prompt, I went ahead and brought on my local machine, and I can kick it off running on my machine by just doing bin and use the wave run app command. The name of the file I want to run is called app. All right, now I'll go ahead and open a new browser and I'll just navigate to my local host. And here I can see an application that I've built only using Wave. So I have a couple cards on the screen, a header with some buttons, and I have two chat interfaces. So anything I type into one of these will get sent to both. And in this specific app, we're kind of learning how system prompts work. So we can see an LLM without a system prompt compared to an LLM with a system prompt. For example, we can tell it that they are an overworked plant store owner in the Midwest and so forth. But the idea is creating the widgets on the screen or the applications is pretty straightforward. So we'll jump back into the Python code, and here we can see how I've started to build my application. So everything is based in Python, and for example, my header card at the top, I have the title, Learning LLMs, and then I have a couple of buttons, and each of these buttons is going to navigate me to a path. So if I come here and I click that I would like to visit the App Store, it'll open the App Store in a new tab. I don't have to know JavaScript or CSS or HTML or React or any of the frameworks. It's just Python. Another thing that's really nice is easy support for mobile. So when I'm giving the layout of the app, I can say how I want the app to look on big screens. I want to have two zones right next to each other, or how I want them to look on little screens. So for example, we'll use the Chrome developer tools just to show you what this would look like on a mobile phone. So as the developer, I've decided that there should not be two chats next to each other, but that if we're using this app, we'll only use the one chat. And that was pretty straightforward to do just from my Python code. Okay, let's say we're really happy with this application and we're ready to put it in production. I'm going to stop running it locally, and I can use a simple command, the H2O CLI, and I can say bundle test. And this will go ahead and wrap the application up for me, deploy the app into my AI cloud, run an instance of the app for me, and then because I did a test, it's going to start streaming the logs right to my output. This allows me as a developer to go into the UI of the app running in the public environment and actually go see how it's running and how it's working, and get logs back real time. We can go ahead here and see our app. Go back to the App Store. As a developer, I have access to all the apps that I have imported into the system. I can see how many instances of each one there are, and I can see other information on if it's private or not. Maybe I want to go ahead and edit it and allow other people to see it. The app that I tested locally is now ready for us. I can give tags so that people can find it in the environment. Admins also have full control over app instances and apps as well.